in all seriousness,
Please.
I looked at the film and he did step out of bounds, but I'm not gonna go there. I'm not gonna go there. I'm not gonna go there right now.
That's a big part of it.
But
What do you mean not gonna go there right now? You just went there.
I mean, I never did. I never did. But
I stepped out of bounds.
I stepped out of bounds.
They don't even have that
I
camera
gotta
angle
stop.
of the
I
baseline
gotta
like
stop.
that.
All I know is I gotta stop.
Welcome to Out of Bounds. We are here for another podcast, the second video podcast. It feels good to see everyone's faces, everyone smile, everyone wave and say hi.
Hello.
Hey, the new setup is going hard. But there's a lot of stuff. We missed out on a few podcast episodes just while we were, some of us were traveling abroad and
Where'd you
couldn't-
go, Raj?
Yeah, we visited Japan, Korea, and India, and I was in Asia for like a month and stuff, but missed out on some valuable podcast time. There's been a lot of NBA stuff that's been going on, like crazy memorable moments. I feel like, like normally March is kind of weird for NBA basketball, but I feel like this year the schedule is pretty good in March, and we've gotten a lot of key moments. So I mean, we can start with maybe one of the most historic ones, which I don't think I don't think anyone would have predicted.
let's just talk about the fucking elephant in the room, man.
Yeah, bro. Bam's 83-point game against the Wizards a few days ago. Man, like Omkar, you can give your thoughts on it, man. I will all get a chance, but you could go first.
Will, Bam, Kobe. Come on, bro. Like, this is the most unexpected shit, I think. Like, you could pick 100 players before Bam that you think would score 80 points. Like, he was not an offensive threat coming into the league and really not even like a 20-point per game scorer. So I was blown away. I don't think anybody could have predicted it except for like LeBron, maybe. But yeah, I mean, as a fan, people are trying to discredit him, but I don't know. 83 points is 83 points. Like, I feel like you guys have to agree. I don't know. What do y'all think?
Yeah. It's still a little unreal to me. Just the fact that it happened on a random freaking Tuesday in the middle of March, where like nothing is really going on in the NBA. Honestly, I didn't even watch it until in the second half, just because I was like, all right, he'll probably get like 50 points, 60 points max, and then they'll pull him out. And then I just kept seeing updates and like, oh, he's still in the game, he's still scoring, and it's just like, it's a little unreal, but I wonder if this is how people felt when Kobe scored his 81.
People don't feel the way, bro. I'm gonna just say that.
I don't know. This whole thing was insane to me because literally I remember like you guys said he got like 43 in the first half or something, and I put in the group chat, I was like, oh, I expect 86. I said it as a complete joke.
Yeah.
He ends up with like 3 points away from that. I was watching the end of it. Like I still like okay, yeah, I see like people were complaining about some random, but honestly, like if you watch the end of that game, it became something more than a game. Like it became like, dude, how many points is this guy gonna get? It stopped becoming basketball. Like so, other people I feel like had like issue with that. I feel like personally, I don't really care. Like, bro, like even if you do all that, like it's still pretty hard to get 83 points in a game, and like he actually did it. So like I feel like, bro, it's whatever. Like if you were getting close to any sort of record, like obviously at some point they're just gonna like stop playing basketball and try to stop him from getting it. But it was crazy to see, man. 83 points is ridiculous. Like I don't know how we did that.
No, people are complaining it was like stat padding, but it's still like a big man. Like, and he's like, I feel like the first like 45 points was pretty impressive in like the first half. And then like that's after when I tuned in, I did see that they were trying to use him a lot. His usage rate was high. They were trying to get him his like record, but it's still like a big man. He's still like trying to go through. He's still getting like fouls. He's still like forcing and trying to score. So I just feel like that's still like way more impressive than like a guard doing it, just like chucking up shots. And I felt like this was just not like chucking up shots. He might be forcing it, trying to have a high usage rate, but he was still like scoring through like layups, 3 points, like mid ranges, like everything. So I felt like it was like a complete package. Yes, at the end they were fouling just to give him the ball, but he still like broke the record by scoring. But I was really disappointed with the Wizards too. I don't know what they were doing. I understand they're trying to tank, but this was like a whole nother level. I feel like tanking has increased in the league like way more than it used to be, And this is like one of the examples where like they didn't even throw like other defensive tactics and other players to try to guard him. They were just like, yeah, bro, like you're gonna score on us. We just let you score.
Yeah, I agree. I think Star got cooked for like the first 40 points, and then they finally decided to switch off of it. He actually had a pretty good game, but like you can't score 30 and let someone have 85 on you. Like
Yeah.
crazy.
You know what's so
Um,
interesting? Sorry, you know what's
go
so
ahead.
interesting about that is like, you know, you wouldn't expect Bam to score 83, obviously, but at the same time, once it gets to that point where he's like in that vicinity of 83, you would only expect someone that's like a center or a big to like be able to get to that foul line, right? Like, let's say you have a guard in that situation, like a Steph or something, and he's at like 70, and Kerr's keeping him in the game, right? He gets double team, triple team. He's not going to really be able to do much, right? At least Bam, as a big, he can like take it coast to coast, or if he's in the paint, he can just go up and they're going to have to foul him. There's nothing they can really do besides that. So I think like towards the end, that really played in his favor.
Yeah, I mean that's exactly what was happening. Like the whole fourth quarter, they just decided like we're gonna like triple team him off the ball and just like do whatever we can and not let him get it, but get a shot up.
So wild to
That was
see,
crazy.
bro. When
You
you're
see the
up,
takes that people were like, "Oh, like he should have like sat out when he got to 81, or like he shouldn't have passed Kobe." Like, what do you guys think of that? Like,
I,
Nah,
there's
bro,
a
fuck
big
that. What the
narrative.
hell?
no,
Once you
fuck
get to
that
that
shit,
point,
bro.
fuck
Like,
that, bro. You
screw
gotta go
that.
all the way.
Bro, I mean,
There's like a good amount of people that think that for some reason.
but the commentator was literally like, I think when he got to 80, he literally said, "Oh, and Spo is about to take him out of respect for Kobe," and then he's like, "Oh, he's leaving him in." I'm like, yeah,
Bro,
man.
what
Like,
do you mean
fuck,
out of respect for
yeah.
Kobe, man? They're
Like,
doing too much with that.
No, but the
yes.
issue is if it was his like record, it was, but they're treating his 81 as like it was the second the whole time. It wasn't even like the
Yeah,
most
yeah,
points. If they're
exactly.
like
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Kobe's record, I don't know. I don't mean to hate on Kobe, but
I
Yeah,
feel
I
like
mean,
it's better he outscored him because like the total was like 150 points. I think when Kobe scored 81, the total was like 120 something. So like it just shows like how the league has changed, and I feel like it's better to cross that because 83 out of 150 makes more sense. If you just score like lesser points and just type Kobe, I just feel like it says that oh Kobe did more. Now he's like nah, I have more. So and no one's gonna remember like how many shots you made or the total points at like 20, 30 years later.
yeah,
Yeah.
I mean I hope not. 43 is a lot, bro. I'm gonna just say that.
Like, I'm gonna be
yeah.
real. I think literally the only way to score 80 points in today's NBA is by either like is doing it like that. Like, you're once you get up to a certain point, you're gonna get triple team, right? So you're gonna end up shooting a lot of free throws, especially when you're playing against a terrible team like the Wizards, and you're up 25. It's not like it's a close game, so it's not like you're just like going back and forth and you're like, motivated to like make a shot or actually like play hard. It's the only thing you can do. So I think we never thought we would get here. I don't know if we're really ever gonna get here again, because coaches just take their players out. We've seen instances where like players have gotten like 60 something. It's like, oh, if they played the fourth quarter, they would have gotten to 80. But it's really big part of it is like Spo leaving him in. So credits to Spo, and we just saw him say that he apologizes to absolutely no one. So I agree with that. I agree with that sentiment.
They were doing like, dude, even like, what's his face? When Devin Booker got like 70 or something against the Celtics, like on the road, like they were fouling to let him get to 70, bro. So you're telling me
Yeah.
it's like it's not like realistic for them to foul to let him beat a record? Like, bro, the 81, like passing 81 is way more significant than just getting like 70 or whatever, in my opinion. Like,
Yeah.
But
it's still
70 was
pretty
on a
high up
loss.
there, but it's like if they're fouling to let him get 70, like, what's the issue with letting him foul to get to 83, bro?
Seriously.
Yeah.
Yeah. What were you saying, Nish?
No, it's like Raj, you're forgetting that 70 point was on a loss. They didn't win
Oh
that game.
Yeah,
yeah.
that's even worse, bro.
Oh, that's why Giannis asked in the press. He's like, after he said what he said, he's like, "Oh, they won." He was like making sure they won. He's like, "Yeah." 'Cause if they lost, I think even if you scored 80 but they lost, you still gotta win the game. But I don't see how you would score 80 and lose the game. That would be kind of insane.
No, I mean I agree though. Like if you get to 70, you have to just go for it. Like there's like why would you not try to? Especially if you're a big man who doesn't average 20 points. Like it's not gonna happen. Like again,
Yeah, yeah.
if you're like
Some
Luka or
actual.
somebody, then you have another opportunity. But yeah, crazy night.
Stamina though, I don't know how he went all game. Like he kept on going like into the paint like every time. It's not even like chucking up shots from three.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I mean, to be fair, he did chuck up some threes. I saw he definitely chucked up later in the game.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, bro, like getting fouled is like not like that's a lot of physical effort. So shout out to Bam.
Yeah, I'm
For
trying to
sure.
see how many minutes. He played 42 minutes. I mean, that's still like not like a crazy amount. Like it's like pretty high, but it's like I don't know, like maybe slightly higher, like 4 or 5 minutes higher than he like normally would have played if it was like a close game or something.
I
Not
mean,
like
this is
Yeah,
crazy.
this is
just
like
about
no
yeah.
overtime as well. Like, so I'm curious how the 70-point games, how many of those were like overtime games, but
There was some cherry picking. I did see that they stole, and this man was just waiting in the other half, and then also happened. I'm acknowledging that, but still.
No, no, for sure. I mean, there was a lot of like intent on the Heat's side to get him the ball, but I don't know. 80 points is 80 points in my opinion. However you get it.
Dude, I think the funniest part was like all the reactions on like Twitter and shit. Like it was like hilarious. Like they were just like hella tweets where it was like Bam has what? It's like Bam is doing what?
Yeah,
Just like GIF reactions. Then
yeah.
everyone is just like, yeah, bro. I don't think I ever would have picked Bam to have like a 40 point or 50 point game this season or something. And he's like sitting there at 83. Bro, my favorite, the funniest shit though is like I think like Sexy Red or some shit tweeted. She's
what the
like, "How come we don't got film of the Wilt 100 point game?" Like, I'm like, what? Like, why is Sexy Red tweeting that shit? That shit had me dead. Like,
that's so funny. I mean, she's asking the real questions, but
yeah,
oh damn, Omkar died, guys.
like that just shows like what moment it was, bro. Like, you got like Sexy Red tweeting like, "Why don't we got footage of the Wilt 100 point game?"
There's someone's got to say it.
But Wilt was definitely doing shit like this though, bro. I don't care. Like to get 100, he was definitely doing some shit like
No,
this.
when you said or
Yeah.
who said it, it was like he was catching his teammates like shots out of the air and finishing it. Like that's crazy because they didn't have like the offensive interference like rule back then or something.
Wait,
Probably.
that can't
No
be
way.
right. Bro. There's no way he was doing that.
I mean, they didn't have a 3-point line, but they also didn't have. I'm pretty sure they didn't have that rule back then.
That's
Could you
crazy.
imagine just him like camping out, like just anything that comes in, he
Just
like,
grabbing it and dunking it, bro. Just everything's an alley oop.
that was it was a fun moment though. Like it's like crazy that when you like, I feel like that's like when you know it's like a true NBA moment. Like whenever you just go on Twitter and you see everyone is talking about it. Um, but yeah, I mean, we can kind of transition from here. I mean, speaking of Wilt records, there's another one that might fall tonight, which is the most 20-point games in a row. Um, yeah, Shea has a chance to pass Wilt. I think this streak is pretty insane to me as well. Like, and we can talk about the streak and also the game before where, you know, he kind of made a statement game against Denver. I think the one where he tied it. Like, I think he had 35 points, like 15 assists, zero turnovers. Basically hits like two game winners to ice that game. Um, to me, like as a Thunder fan, it kind of felt similar to like Russell Westbrook's MVP game in Denver. Like I think that's the one where he beat Oscar Robertson's like triple double record, and then he like also hits the game winner to win the game. And it's kind of like that moment where like like damn, like this is the MVP. I truly felt like that Denver game was like that for Shea. Um, yeah, what were your guys' thoughts on that game and then the streak as well?
I think that game was really impressive. Like that was probably like his like kind of cornerstone game for this year. Like cemented him kind of as an MVP favorite in my opinion. Uh, I'm realizing more and more like he's very like kind of like an MJ style player, and that he's going to be like the best, most clutch like scorer on a great team, and that's just like the legacy he's going to have. I do think he could be like a top five guard just based on like what he's doing, and if he gets another MVP this year. But yeah, I mean that game especially was like I think a really defining moment in his season. Probably put him at like the top of the MVP rankings in my opinion.
I was just gonna say he's already like up there, and like he beat his like literally Jokic, who's like second in the MVP ranking. So it's like a head-to-head matchup, and I feel like that like makes his case. I just feel like the MVP race is over. Like if he makes a 65 like game limit, I think like it's already like shades decided. Plus like that game, like I just felt like he was just like I could see his like pure like scoring skills. I know he plays like defense too, but like I just felt like he was unstoppable. I know he does get a lot of free throws, but also I see him like creating his own shots. And I feel like that's what cements me that this year, like this is his like award, and I don't think else is getting that.
Yeah, it was kind of I think earlier in the season, a little bit of a toss up in some ways just because we didn't have as much data or consistency. I mean, obviously the Thunder started out really well, but I think now it's apparent that Jokic, ever since I think when he got injured, you know, days away, came back, still playing kind of like Jokic, but it's just not the same. It's not leading to the winning as much as it was before. And so I think it's pretty clear cut. I don't really see any other contenders. Like, of course, there's people that are in a conversation like Cade or people like that, but I just don't think it's to the point where it's leading to this like overarching team success to where you can make a case for him being an MVP. So I think it's Shay's, and I don't see any reason why it wouldn't be.
Yeah, I think like what was a little bit more impressive about this game too is like he's like okay, let's like if you look at Denver's like roster, like they're pretty much healthy outside of like Peyton Watson, I guess is like the only real guy like missing from their rotation. Like Shea is missing like Caruso, Isaiah Hartenstein, Chet, and J Dub. Like you could argue like that might be their closing lineup like for this game in the playoffs. So he's pretty much playing with like almost like all bench players or players like who might not even be closing in this game. So I think that's like another added piece that made that like dub super impressive for him. Um, but yeah, I mean, I think he in this game he kind of proved like yeah I think he has a conversation for sure to like be like the best player in the world. At this point, like he's beat Jokic in a playoff series, like he's won the championship, he's outperformed Jokic in like the three times this year. They're 3-0 against him, and he's kind of looked like the better player each time. Um, Jokic, I think, has been great. I think on the Nuggets side, like I have maybe like a little bit of worries about like Cam Johnson. Um, like I just don't think he's as good of a player as like MPJ, sadly. Like I don't know, like maybe it'll still work out for him, but like he just seems to be a little bit more spotty and like I guess times you don't notice like he's not there. Like sometimes you'll notice that like it feels like Cam Johnson like isn't even playing. You're like, "Oh man, I forgot he was on this team." With MPJ, like at least he was kind of like a gunner. Like no matter what, like you still remember, like you still felt his presence in the game just because he's willing to chuck up shots and like be like that threat on the 3 point line. But Cam Johnson is like definitely more of like a role player type where he could fade in and out. But um, yeah, I mean it was a fun game to watch for sure.
Yeah. I don't know what's going on with Cam Johnson. Like, I'll admit, before the year, I thought he would maybe be a better fit for the Nuggets versus MPJ. Like, I thought he'd be able to. I thought he had a better IQ, honestly. But he's just been like trash all year. I don't know what's happened, but it's a really bad fit. I was definitely wrong about that. But yeah, I mean, the game was fire overall. Like, I didn't realize Shea didn't have all these guys playing with him, but the 15 assists and 0 turnovers, I think, is what impressed me the most. Like, I don't know who he really got those assists to, but that was like something I haven't really seen from his game a lot. The turnovers for sure, but I haven't like limiting his turnovers definitely, but I haven't seen a lot of assists really. But doing it with this cast is, I think, especially impressive. So,
Yeah, it's a lot of like Jared McCain and AJ Mitchell and all these other guys. But
oh yeah, AJ's back.
yeah, AJ was finally back, but yeah, I don't know. Like I think when you I think I forget who mentioned it, but I think we were mentioning like kind of like the other candidates for MVP. Like I think Cade would have a pretty good argument. The only problem is he averages like only 25 points per game. I feel like that's a little bit too less for MVP in like this day and age. I feel like you got to get to like 28 or 29. Um like I think like I don't know how you guys feel about it, but I feel like there's definitely like some sort of I don't know how to put this, but it's like some sort of like what like I think the media wants there to be like an American player who can like challenge these guys and like rise up
Mm.
to MVP. Like you kind of see a lot of like Jalen Brown hype too. Like, bro, today I literally watched this segment on like ESPN where like Stephen A. Smith is going and he's talking about Jalen Brown like playing against the Thunder. He's like, "Yo, Jalen Brown got to show up," and he's like, "If he shows up, like I'm gonna give him the benefit of the doubt for MVP." And he's like talking about how he's like a nice person and all this other stuff. I'm
Oh
like,
my
bro, come
god.
on, like you can just tell like these people just want like some American guy to like win MVP. I don't think it'll happen, but like I think like that thing is there for sure for like maybe next year for someone else to win.
Yeah, I don't know. I haven't watched DNA in a long time, so I'm not surprised to see that it's pretty much more of the same or even slightly worse of quality than before.
I mean, the only case that can make it is like because like I know like OKC has like one of the toughest like schedule remaining, and they're only like 2 games away from like I guess like the Spurs and the Pistons. So like they might drop from like number one seed overall or like number one seed in the West. It's still possible. It's up there, but I still feel like Shea has like too much of a case. Even if he doesn't has the one seed overall. If like Wemby was close in like points, maybe if he had like 28 points and he was second, and then he gets the best player on the best team title, then yeah, I see it. But like maybe he's still like I think 4 or 5 on the list currently, and he's only averaging like 23 points. So yeah,
Yeah, 23 is too low. Even as good as the defender as you are, like I feel like 23 is too low.
I'm just
Yeah.
surprised Shea's not even leading the league. Apparently, Luka's getting 32 points a game. But yeah,
Yeah, Luca, I think he definitely had like a crazy start to the year. I remember like where he was just dropping a lot of points. I feel like he's kind of like evened out, but um yeah, I don't know. I feel like the Lakers just don't win enough, honestly, for him to get that. Like, there's no way, unless it's like some anomaly year. Like, I feel like it's pretty hard to get it from like a 4 or 5 seed type.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, I agree. I think Shea's case is way too strong. Like the best team, he's like hyper efficient, doesn't turn the ball over. Like I don't know, there's really no like holes in his game that you can point to. With these other guys like Cade, his efficiency is always kind of like questionable. I think Jaylen Brown has like some pretty decent help on his team with Derek White, Peyton Pritchard, and now like JT coming back. So I think it's
Yeah.
just clear cut, probably going to be Shea again. These other guys are not ready yet to take that step.
Yeah, plus like I don't know, the streak in itself is just kind of insane. Like when I was like looking at it, I was like, dang, like how did like there's so many players that you think of that you're just like wondering like how did they not get there? Like Kevin Durant or like even LeBron or something. You're like, damn, like all these guys like there's like so many great scorers in the league, but like no one got like to 20 points in a row like that many games, which is like crazy to think about. I mean, it makes sense, right? Like you can have some random like games where you just have like a stinker and like nothing is going in, you get less than 20, you get out of the game. But it's like not only being able to score like 20 in the game, but it's like just being like durable enough to like stay in the game and like produce at that level for like that level of consistency is pretty impressive to me as well.
Yeah. That is actually crazy. Like what is it at? Like 160 or something? What is it? What is the number?
125.
25. Yeah. That's insane, honestly. I really don't see him like breaking it too. Like I don't see him like stopping scoring 20. Like he's just way too consistent. So really impressive.
Yeah, I feel like I feel like one easy way that he might do it is if he just gets like hurt or something in like the beginning of the game and like decides to go out.
That is
But
true.
I don't know. Yeah, that like hopefully he doesn't get hurt like that, but that's like the one way I see it happening. Um But yeah, let's move on. So speaking of other people on heaters, I mean, the Clippers have been playing pretty well. Kawhi is on a crazy hot streak. I think he had 45 last night.
Let's
He's been playing
go.
like a top five player, honestly. I feel like he's been kind of. I mean, the Clippers. I saw like some crazy stat about them. I think they're like the first team,
Yeah, we're
that was
so
like 15 games. What is it? 15 games below
under.
500
Yeah,
to get over 500 in a
yeah,
season or
it's
something.
freaking
That's
insane.
insane.
It's. I guess I'll just kind of yap about my team, who, as you guys know, once we traded away Harden, traded away Zubac, in the group chat, I kind of said I'm done with this team, all this kind of stuff. So I'm glad my reverse psychology worked. Um, but yeah, I think now in retrospect, it does. If you think about it, it makes sense why like these trades have opened up a new layer to our team, as well as the acquisitions, right? Um, Credit where credit is due, man. It's like everyone, regardless of roster changes, everyone just like comes out to play. Um, I think two things, right? I think losing Harden, of course, like you never want to lose a player like Harden, but at the same time, someone who is very ball dominant, someone who is the system and needs to facilitate most of what happens on the court, that does take away from certain things that Kawhi can do, right? Because Kawhi, when he's ball dominant, he's a player now that's developed his offensive game to a point where if he's ball dominant, that's a good thing. Losing Zubac, that I think I felt more deeply about than Harden. But I think losing Zubac did open up a few things for us. I think the biggest thing is that the paint is no longer clogged as much. So what that's allowing is for definitely like players like Kawhi to work his ISO game a lot more, back down into the post. We're spreading out our shooters a lot more. So I think we're just like a little bit more run and gun these days than before, a little bit faster. And then like acquisitions, right? Like, oh my God, Benedict Mathurin, holy, This freaking guy, man. If you need a spark plug to come off the bench, like we had Jamal Crawford, we had Lou Will, now we got Benedict Arnold, eggs Benedict Matherin. Like,
No,
dude,
don't forget Harold.
huh?
Montrezl Harrell.
Montrez
Montrez
Harrell,
there.
bro, hell no. Don't ever put Montrez Harrell in the same sentence as these three, bro. Oh my god.
He's just
Yeah.
like, bro, but he won 6 Man of the Year. Like,
Literally won 6 minutes.
He literally left.
I mean, bro, like this guy can just score like 20. He's a reliable 20-point scorer on any given night. And that's like one of the biggest things for us is like Kawhi needs that person. James Harden is realistically like not really trying to do that. He's more of a facilitator. He can score 20, but he's not really trying to do that every night. We need scoring. And so that opens up a lot of options for us. So I'm liking what we're doing. We're just kind of playing as a team. And we're beating some really good teams. We just beat the Knicks, beat the Wolves, and Kawhi's healthy. He's playing well. So let's just see what we can do come playoff time. But I'm enjoying being over 500, and I'm especially enjoying not giving the Thunder the lottery pick.
you guys beat everybody but the Spurs. Thanks for not helping us at all.
Yeah, but you guys only beat the Spurs once too.
That's true.
No, I was gonna ping us there. I was just gonna be like, bro, like they're gonna win. Like, why are they dogging the Spurs? And then like the Spurs somehow came back, and then Wimby was crying.
That was so bad, and it was
Yeah,
on a comeback.
that was the game
too.
he cried. Was that the game he cried?
Yeah, that was the game we
Yeah,
cried,
yeah.
Bruh.
So I know you weren't there for the first episode, but I was wiling. I had like Clippers being second in the West
That's insane.
because I was like always pick against them and they proved me wrong. I was like, okay, they're gonna have like one season where like I know they're old, but like just be like, okay, let me just have like one season out there. And then they were like so bad, I was like, shit, I was way off.
I feel like we've been saying that for the past like 4 years though. This is the season.
Psych.
No.
But yeah, but at least now they're in playoff contention and they're like, I think they might even make it out of the play-in. So yeah, at least like they came back.
It's
so-
possible. We just need the Warriors to keep being bad, and then who's it? The Suns.
But the Warriors are rolling out like no one, bro. They like don't have Curry. They don't have like Jimmy Butler. I don't even know what the hell's going on.
Yeah, we just need the Suns. I don't think we're catching the Wolves, but so we might end up being playing anyway. But because I don't see the Wolves dropping down to 7th, but I could see us catching up to the Suns. It's still possible. Actually,
I
the
think you
Suns and
guys
Wolves are right
just-
next to each other. So
I think you guys just dug like too deep of a hole too early. But like
oh yeah,
you haven't really been surging lately. Like Kawhi, I don't know, he's been on a different level. Even like the past 2 months, I would say. I don't really know what's changed. Like maybe that aspiration thing like put something in his head. But he's been like he's pretty much averaging I think he's averaging a career high like this year. Just like in his entire career. So
yeah.
I'm not really sure what's gotten into him, but if he can somehow like, come with like a Toronto level run, I think you guys got some good pieces for the playoffs, like Benedict and Darius. Like they should be able to be plug and play like scorers for you guys at least, take some load off of him. But I am excited to see like if another run could happen. I think this is like his last year of like, being in contention with that team. But we'll see. I mean, maybe if you guys get the top 4 pick from the Pacers, then that could work. But yeah, I mean, it's exciting. He's been really impressive to me this year.
Yeah, I didn't mention too much about Darius because he didn't really play much when he first got traded. He just started playing recently. Kind of like a mini Harden. The biggest thing for him, I mean, he can shoot the 3 ball, but the biggest thing I like is just his speed and just like his tempo. He just like pushes the ball down the court, and that's like the biggest thing we need. So more to come from him, but I'm liking what I see so far.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like I didn't really. I thought like it was an interesting way to pivot to becoming like slightly of a younger team, because I feel like before that, like everyone could kind of tell, like, yeah, this feels like a very like old team, right? It's like they have all these veterans, like they're not doing too well, like there was a lot of injuries and all this other stuff. So it was a good idea to kind of like pivot to like at least having like 2 young guards, like in Darius Garland and Benedict Mathurin. Like I don't know if they'll be there in like the next like great iteration of like the Clippers like contending team or whatever, but at least like they have like some avenue of getting younger and like building a team around those guys. Yeah, I mean, once they made that trade, I feel like I didn't really have expectations that they would do like great this year, but they've kind of like disproved that, and like they've still been winning. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I think if they're in that first play-in game and they have like a chance like to get maybe like the 7 seed, I feel like they would have a if they could like maybe get matched up against San Antonio, whether it's like 1-8 or like 2-7, like that's not a bad spot to be in because it's like still you're going against like a younger like inexperienced team, right? Like obviously like they have more talent, they have like better players, but you have like a little bit more like edge, I would say, especially with Kawhi. Like he has a chance to be the best player in that series, in my opinion. So like it's not the worst like spot to be in my opinion.
Yeah, I don't really know what we do if we have face Wemby. Um, we just had, the rookie we drafted, Niederhauser or whatever. He just got injured. Um,
What is
so
that?
he's like, bro, he's some German named
people.
Conan Niederhauser.
Bro,
I
cut
don't
that guy
know.
immediately.
I mean,
Yeah.
he cut himself basically. What happened? He got a right foot Oh, it's like apparently like a really like rare and terrible injury. It's like a right foot ligament tear, some specific type where it's like the bottom of the foot.
What the hell? Yeah. Yannick
Yeah,
Conan Niederhauser? What is this
yeah,
Vishal's wrist?
Yannick Conan Niederhauser, bro. A damage to the
Gunner.
ligaments in the midfoot. Yeah, it's terrible. So, I mean, he was doing well. He was shooting 52%, 8 points, 6 rebounds. But really, he would have
Oh,
been
this
very
guy.
useful on Wemby. But I think he's gonna be out for a while. But yeah, List
Bro,
Frank
Wemby would
injury.
have given him 86 points.
Yeah, maybe. Probably.
He's 6'11", 242 though. That's pretty big.
Yeah, I
Oh,
just
Valen Star.
we have no
Oh wait,
answer.
wait, you guys have this other tall guy, Brooke Lopez?
Oh, we might put him on Wemby.
Oh my god, dude.
I'm down, bro. I mean, shout out
He's
to
getting
Brooke Lopez,
fried.
bro. I love Brooke Lopez. He's so fun. Why are you shaking your
He's
head?
getting-
You know you love Brooke Lopez, Vishal. He saved your team so many times.
Oh, bruh.
He's like, this is the reason my team failed.
Definitely not the
22
reason why your team failed.
No, after 2022, he was part of the reason. He just like shows that he's like a capable player, but then his playoff drop is just insane. Like I just feel like as a role player, like he got elevated in the playoff if he's worth all that hype.
I guess we'll see.
Celtics just target Brook Lopez every season, literally. Playoffs, like or regular season, it's always just he's the weak point.
Yeah, 'cause he plays drop coverage. It's just like way
Yeah.
too easy in a
Yeah.
modern game. Can't do that anymore.
But yeah.
But I forgot they have Bradley Beal on this team.
Wait, still? No? What? Wait,
Wait,
actually?
what's Bradley?
No, not Brad. They traded him, right? Or dropped whatever they did. Traded him or waived him.
Oh, they waived him?
Yeah,
They did something. I know
I-
he's still not there.
I don't even see him on the bench.
I thought he got hurt or something.
He's always been hurt, bro.
All right, yeah, moving on. I think we can go through and I guess one thing is we didn't really do like a good trade deadline recap podcast because I guess we were just away for that time. Um so I mean, I think now's a good time like I mean, it's not really like a trade deadline recap, but if there's like some like trade that you guys like, like or you guys want to comment on in like the new and like how these people look on their new teams, like we could kind of go through that. um yeah, I'm curious like in general like what you guys thought. Like I think we talked about the Clippers perspective of that Darius Garland trade, but like how do you guys feel about like the Cavs just trading away Garland and adding James Harden to their team? I mean, they're kind of a team that they had like obviously their big four, but they kind of got stuck in the playoffs and it didn't seem like it was going anywhere. So it feels like they decided to make a change there. I mean, it's looked pretty good so far for them, but I'm curious, like, what are you guys' thoughts on the Cleveland perspective of that?
I mean, me, I like it a lot. Like, I think with that Cleveland team, you've had like kind of the same build of like Donovan, Darius, like the two big men for a while, and it's always like fell short for some reason or the other in the playoffs. Even on paper, like though on paper they should have kind of won all these matchups. So I think like adding a guard that is like a bona fide scorer and facilitator, that is the system. Like you can really see what you have in these players before deciding to like tear it down or do like a soft rebuild. So for me, I thought it was like a great trade. And if you're on Harden's side, like you're really kind of you're motivated to win a ring. This like you're 35, 36. So it seems like two people with like the same goal of like, all right, we need to win a championship as soon as possible. So for me, I think it's like a great fit basketball wise and even just like motivation wise. So we'll see. I still think they'll lose to us in the semifinals, but we'll see.
I
Yeah, I think biggest thing I think about getting Harden on this team is like he finally has a couple lob threats back, which is like a big part of his game that he developed a little bit later on when he sort of incorporated the floater a lot more. You got Evan Mobley, you've got Jared Allen. Um, so I think that's a big piece here. Um, and I think he's sort of figuring out like when to be ball dominant and when to not a little bit more on this team because Donovan Mitchell's gotta have the ball in his hands a good amount of the time. Um, so I think it's a pretty good fit. He seems happy there. And honestly, I don't think it's gonna lead to like a finals to be honest because I just again seen Harden too much in the playoffs, or rather, I haven't seen him in the playoffs. So I don't really expect anything super good to come out of it, especially considering what the Cavs, the stink bomb that they pulled last year in the playoffs.
I don't know if adding Harden would change that, but this year the East is wide open. I guess until like Tatum came back, I don't know where the Celtics are. But I feel like adding Harden just basically puts you in the top four and like have a regular chance against like the Pistons or the Celtics to like dethrone them this year and finally make the finals. I think the Cavs haven't even made to the conference final yet, so I feel like this actually like puts them up there and like I want to talk about the other trade though, like compared to like Harden. I feel like the Mathurin like Zubac trade was actually pretty win-win for both teams because like the Pacers lost Miles Turner and they've been like pretty ass this year in that department. So once they get Hallie back, Zubac's a great player, and Mathurin like Uzair said has been like playing like lights out for the Clippers. So I feel like that trade probably in my books is probably the best trade more than the Harden trade. Um, but yeah, those two trades are probably my top two picks for the best trades this deadline. Just because Giannis didn't get traded, I really wanted that, but I guess
It's
I'm
not
about to get
happening,
traded.
brother. You're stuck in Wisconsin.
Yeah, I still feel like the Pacers, I mean, I think it was a good idea to get Zubac, but I feel like they kind of gave away a lot. I forget, it's like the one with like that weird protection or whatever, where it's like the Clippers basically get the pick if it lands from 5 to 9. Um, Otherwise, like the Pacers get it, I guess. I don't know. It's like it's kind of weird. Like I don't know. It seems like I know it's like not guaranteed that it conveys, but it's like if you actually convey that to the Clippers though, like that's like a pretty big price to pay. Like because you just tanked this entire year and like you didn't get you. There's a chance you don't get anything out of it. So it's I think that's like too big of a risk. Like I'm okay with trading for Zubac, but I feel like I would have tried to give like some other sort of asset and especially like for a team like the Clippers, like they don't have their first this year or like next year. So if they like somehow land that pick, then that kind of gives them like another like nice asset. Um, like I don't know why they just decided to give away that like 5 to 9 like pick or whatever.
Yeah.
No, I
That
think
seems
it
pretty
sort
high,
of
bro.
makes sense because like they are tanking, and I was so confused. I was like, why are you giving like almost a guarantee? But
Yeah,
this like draft is apparently like so good that even if
yeah,
you're
exactly.
fine, like it's fine. And then like I feel like they're not exactly in reset mode. They're just waiting for Hallie to come back. So like they can't exactly pick somebody and like build with them. So I guess they're like okay, like 1 to 4, whatever. 5 to 9, like we get like a good role player and the draft is stacked. So like we got nothing to lose and we're getting like upgrade in terms of Zubaks, I guess. I guess that was their thought process. But yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
At least I don't get it. They'll have a draft pick like if it doesn't convey, like we'll just go back to them if it like I don't understand the protections part. That's my
No,
only
no.
like issue with this deal.
If
But
the Clippers don't get the pick, then it transfers over. But if they do, then it doesn't.
hmm,
So I think it's
yeah.
protected
Like
5 to 9, right? If I'm not wrong.
like the Pacers or sorry, the Clippers only get it if it goes in 5 through 9.
okay, yeah, that too.
Otherwise, like the Pacers get it. So if it's like
Wait,
it's such a
I thought it was
weird
the
thing, I
other
don't know.
way.
I've never seen that.
Yeah, I thought it was the other way. No?
Nah, nah. Actually, I don't know. I mean, it's ESPN is saying that Los Angeles is receiving a 2026 first round pick from the Pacers, protected from picks numbers 1 through 4 and 10 to 30.
Oh, I see.
So I think it's the Clippers only get it if it goes 5 through 9. But I'm still saying like that's like a pretty big price to pay.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, because they don't have like a pick in this loaded draft. I don't know, I think it's like a little bit too much to pay just for the
Yeah,
Zubac.
exactly.
But we'll see. Maybe they have some time machine or something.
Right. They also have like the worst record. So it's like
Do
if
they
you don't
actually
convey
like
that, like if like worst case scenario, if you drop to 5, then you also don't get your pick. So what did you do all this shit for?
yeah, do they have like another team's draft picks? I'm just wondering why they would make that deal. Seems
Nah,
crazy.
they don't. They don't.
Bold.
I mean, I'll take it, bro.
Yeah, I
I'm
know you would.
I'm taking it.
And especially if they like fall to like the second or third, like see they're within like one game of the Wizards and Kings. So they could like and even 2 games of Brooklyn. So they could easily fall like they could be anywhere from 1 through 4. At that point, like the chance that the Clippers get that pick like skyrockets like way higher. So it's not like any guarantee that you'll end up there like first, you know. I mean, I'm sure they'll try to lose, but who knows? It is a crazy tanking race though up there. Holy shit,
Yeah.
man.
Tanking has been insane, bro. Like all these teams, like this, is like the worst records I've seen. I love
Yeah.
it.
But do you guys yeah, like this is crazy, bro. There's like 8 teams that have like 23 wins right now, 23 wins or less. And then there's like the Bulls and the Bucks.
Yeah.
Nah, that is, I mean, how do you guys feel about that though? Like, I do feel like this year is like a lot more than what it normally is. But I also like don't know if I agree with like Adam Silver like thinking about making rules to like change tanking and shit. Cause like
You
I
guys
don't know, like
started
what?
OKC's the reason. You started sitting out like Shea when you guys were tanking, and then now you guys are champions, and then they're like, oh, like, every team got to do this now, and
I'm
everyone's
dead.
basically following what
Created the
you.
meta.
Bro, the one year he sat out though, he had like some legitimate injury. I forget what it was, but then I think I guess another year they did like kind of shut him down a little bit. But I don't know. We still got to 24 wins, man. We weren't on this like 15 win shit.
Yeah, that's true. But yeah, I just feel like they gotta change the lottery a little bit. I just feel like just make it like equal chances for every team
Yeah,
that's like not making the playoffs or like maybe the last 10 teams. That way, teams are not tanking so hard that they get to the last spot. They just tank enough to make it to like the last 10 spots. So
Yeah.
like, I feel like that should be allowed where like I feel like each NBA team is capable of at least winning 25 games around that mark. And like I feel like just like equating like all bottom 10 teams to have the same chances, I feel like would allow that where like all teams get around 25 wins.
I will say though, like I think there's like a little bit differences though, right? Like I feel like when the Thunder tanked, they just purposely made their team like terrible, where like they didn't have like a real center on the team, and it's like okay, like you know our team sucks, but whoever is on the team, like we're gonna go out and we're gonna try to win, but we're just gonna make it so that the team sucks, and like Shea is like the only like good player on the team or whatever. The Jazz did some other crazy stuff where they're playing quadruple J, like they're playing their like
Yeah.
all-star like lineup, like the play-in level lineup. Then they play the third quarter, then they take everyone out and refuse to put them. That's like some next level shit, bro.
Yeah,
And then
it's
the
too
entire
blatant.
team goes and gets surgeries. I just feel like something's going on. Like three of
Yeah,
their
that
starters
shit is
got
sus.
surgeries. And I was like, bro, what? I don't even know if it's real or not at this point. But yeah.
Yeah, that the Jazz shit was insane. They literally got investigated and like fined or some shit for it. I feel like I don't know if they got fined, but I remember they literally got investigated for that. Oh, I guess another question is we can talk about Jason Tatum coming back from his Achilles
Ooh.
like 10 months in or whatever. Um, like where do you guys think that puts Boston this year in the playoffs? And then like do you also think like Tatum is kind of crazy for doing this?
Um, it's a little unreal to see, especially considering the fact that he injured his Achilles literally 10 months ago. Um, I think, bro, I mean, they got their second seed without Tatum. I don't see any reason why they can't take the first seed. In terms of playoffs, I think they are gonna be the team to beat. I I'm thinking of a Celtics Knicks Eastern Conference Finals, depending on how everything works out. But I don't really see the Pistons beating them, and I don't
But
see
they're the 2 and 3 right now though, so that might cook your thing.
who's the two. The Knicks are third.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh,
So they
okay,
might
yeah,
like they would play each other in the second
yeah,
round.
yeah. So that it might not happen. But yeah, ultimately, I think the Celtics are the team to beat. It's just which is kind of crazy to think. I guess that just goes to show how how the organization is handling not having Tatum there. I think Anthony Simons being kind of their Benedict Mathurin is like huge for them. But yeah, it's just unreal to see. Medical technology is just insane.
Yeah, I don't know. This is crazy to see him coming back like that early. Like I don't know. I think Tatum's always been like a very consistent player. So like any team he's a part of, he's gonna do the same thing. Like he's gonna pass well enough, rebound well enough, like score well enough. So I agree. Like I think this puts them as the favorites in the East now. Uh, Pains me to say it, but yeah, I can see them like getting back to at least the conference finals this year. If everything holds up, I mean, we'll still see like how healthy will actually be in the playoffs when like things get more intense. But on paper, it looks like they're the team to beat now. So sadly.
There didn't mean to call you out. I just want to double check, but like Anthony Simons got like traded for Vucevic.
Oh snap! I totally
Yeah.
forgot. Wait, that's actually
How
we talked about that too,
still there?
Loki. Yeah, yeah, that's a good point. He did get traded. Well, I guess while Tatum wasn't there, he was kind of their Benedict Mathurin, and they sold pretty high on him to get Vucevic. So actually, you know what? That actually even makes my case stronger because
Yeah.
I think Vucevic will be a much better, um, I don't want to say role player, but just a better fit for this team now that Jason Tatum is back than Anthony Simons. So wow, that's actually even scarier to think about.
Yeah, I mean, I think a lot of it will depend. Like Tatum is definitely gonna have to kind of get his legs back under him. But I mean, even having him at like 70 or 80% of whatever he plays at is like still pretty valuable for this team. I still feel like I don't know, man. Like, cause last year I feel like a lot of people like no one really picked like the Knicks against the Celtics, and they kind of like disproved them. And like this year, the way that it shapes up, like they'll play each other again. Like, could the Knicks like put something together and like come out on top of them? I feel like they still like have largely the same team, so I don't see why they couldn't. Um, I don't know. I think I like the Celtics like talent and like culture wise and like experience wise, but I just feel like a lot of their game is like so reliant on like the 3 point shooting, and it's like it's so unpredictable, right? It's like you don't know when it'll come, when it'll go. And all it takes is like a few games for it to not be there, and then like suddenly they're down like in a hole. Um, but still, like they're probably still like if I had to like, I still agree with you guys that they still probably might be the team to beat. The East is kind of weird.
Yeah, they get their rematch with the Knicks. I feel like the Knicks just match up good against the Celtics. That's what happened like
Yeah,
last series. But again, it's just I just feel like Celtics like beat themselves. Like they don't make threes, they lose the game. So like it's
yeah.
sort of like how the Celtics are gonna play, not like how the other team is gonna play. I guess like last season it was like Knicks had like Mikal Bridges going off. Each one had like you had Anunoby going off. So like there were some games like where like you saw random players score and the Celtics didn't score the usual like 3 point percentage and like that's what cost the series. But yeah, still Tatum coming back. Apparently he's not even the fastest to come back from the Achilles. I saw like two more players who came back like even faster. But yeah, he's
What
just like a
the?
workhorse. Like yeah, he just loves to play, I guess, and he doesn't treat this as a job or something. He just wants to play. So like yeah, I did see like a couple of games where he did come back. I don't see like him like playing any differently with an Achilles. Like I know like when Kobe came back, like I know he was much older, but his game had changed a little bit. What I'm seeing, I'm not seeing like anything that I see different than how he played before. So I'm just hoping he's still like the same Tatum and like he still has like a long career left.
Yeah, the main difference I see though is like I feel like they don't have like last year they had a lot more like viable centers. Like they were playing like Al Horford and like Luke Cornett, and like I don't think Porzingis was healthy at that time. But still like those two are like at least defensively like they're probably like better than whatever they have now. Like right now it's just like Nemias Keita or whatever, and other than him it's just like Vucevic who's not too great on defense. So I feel like it would give a lot of opportunity for Karl Anthony Towns in like a potential Knicks series to like make his imprint. Like I think they'd have a problem with Cat and even who's their Mitchell Rob is it
Mitchell
Mitchell Robinson?
Robinson.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think they'd have issues with them both, honestly. Um, but we'll see. Like they probably. I think you're right. The Knicks do kind of match up well with them now that I think about it.
No,
Yeah,
talking about
that's
Luke,
true.
Batman like carrying the Spurs on the other side. Like I just feel like he's the difference maker from last season to this season. Like the role he's playing right now, and like they were actually I was seeing
Oh,
one.
Cornet.
Yeah, Luke Cornet for the
Yeah,
Spurs.
Cornet. Yeah,
Yeah, he's actually like carrying that second unit and like the off Wembanyama minutes, like they were just like Luke Cornet's the reason why the Spurs are like the second seed. Like they could
yeah,
still be like have like Wembanyama and like be like the sixth seed or fifth seed, like but they're the second seed because like Luke Cornet's actually been like really good in terms of defense and offense, second unit off Wembanyama minutes and like backing up Wembanyama. So yeah, you just mentioned Cornet, like that just came in. Yeah, go ahead, Omar.
yeah,
Sorry.
yeah. No, that's
Yeah,
a
you
good
get
point.
a resident big man correspondent right here. Yeesh. But no, I agree with you. I mean, like, I think the Celtics, if you have to look at one weakness, it would be their bigs. Like, that was their strength last year in the playoffs. They had, like, or not even last year, 2 years ago, whenever they won the chip, they were able to, like, switch a lot of, they had, like, Robert Williams, who was a good interior defender. Then, like, Al Horford, who can kind of guard bigs, like, in the post. So now with, like, Vucevic and Neemias, Guido, whatever, I don't know if they'll be able to, like, sustain against, Cleveland's
Yeah.
bigs and its bigs. So that is, like, the one weakness I do see. That's kind of a toss up in the East. We'll see.
I also saw Vucevic got like some surgery for like a broken finger or something, and he's expected back in like a month. So
Hmm.
it's not ideal timing with like the playoffs coming up. So the center rotation just might be cooked for them.
Yeah.
Um, but I still feel like yeah, starting like next year there'll be a problem for sure. Um, Looking at the West, I mean, what do you guys think about this playoff picture? I mean, obviously Thunder and Spurs are there, like kind of head and shoulders above everybody record wise. But then you kind of have this clump of like the Rockets, the Lakers, the Nuggets, the Wolves. Um, right now, the Rockets and Lakers are ahead of the Nuggets and Wolves, but I still feel like playoff time, like I still feel like I would take the Nuggets and Wolves over both those teams, Loki.
What do you mean? Like to? Oh, like you think they're gonna like win over them?
Yeah, like I think the Nuggets would definitely beat the Lakers, and I think like the Wolves. I think the Wolves could probably beat the Rockets.
Oh yeah, yeah, I
We'll
think so
see.
too. Yeah, dude, they're like all next to each other. I mean, you can even put the Suns in there, kind of, to an
Oh
extent.
yeah, the Suns are close. What the hell?
Yeah, so it's like, and we know how we know how it goes by the end of the regular season. Like we just see these teams moving up and down the seeding, pretty much every game. So we really can't even get an accurate playoff picture until literally the end. But this is gonna be very interesting because I think like matchups are gonna matter so much here. Um, Basically, who doesn't want to face the Spurs? That's basically the thing here. I think the worst matchup against the Spurs probably be probably the Suns. I think.
Like the worst matchup for the Spurs, or like the most favorable for them? You mean?
Favorable for the Spurs. Probably be like the
Oh yeah,
Suns.
yeah, the Suns. Yeah,
I think Suns, but you could say that about like a lot of teams against the Suns. But um, yeah, it's gonna be very interesting to
yeah.
see.
I don't think they would want to play like the Timberwolves. Honestly, I
Yeah,
don't think
no,
they'd want to
it's
play them.
not. It's not worth it.
Yeah, it's like I don't know. I think the Spurs are like crazy talented, but like I don't know. I'm pretty sure everyone kind of believes that you need to have like 1 year where you just like lose just to like gain experience before you're like a real threat.
Yeah.
So I still feel like that's probably going to be this year for them, unfortunately. Um, depending on who they face, like, but they could still make it as far as like the Western Conference Finals, in my opinion. Like if they get a favorable side of the bracket, like I think if Denver and Minnesota are on the other side, like I think they have a chance. Like they could definitely handle like the Rockets and Lakers or something like that.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm just looking at it. It's
I'm guessing the Rockets will
Nuggets.
stay though because Rockets probably have the easier schedule left. So
Oh yeah,
leaves Lakers, Nuggets, and Timberwolves. Obviously, I trust Timberwolves sort of like all the other West teams because they've like playoff. They have proven that they're playoff ready, and they did get. I think they did make a trade when they couldn't get Giannis. I think they got like two more role players to
yeah.
bolster their playoff roster. So I think that
Io DeSumo or whatever.
I'm gonna put a prediction out there. I think we're gonna get a Nuggets Wolves first round matchup
Bruh, that'd be cinema.
about
again.
4-5.
Yeah,
I
I
feel like
think
the
it's gonna
Timberwolves
No,
would win
bruh, please.
the second round.
I mean, wouldn't you want the Wolves to take out the Nuggets, bro?
Oh yeah, that would be hype. That would be hype.
That would be hella.
Yeah,
that
actually,
would-
maybe. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like
OKC.
as the Thunder perspective, I'm still more scared of like the Nuggets, honestly.
Yeah.
Because like one thing I've learned about the Nuggets is like sometimes in the regular season they'll do bullshit, but once the playoffs roll around, like they'll like figure out like some like second gear, and you'll just be like,
Yeah.
all right, bro, like what were these guys doing in the regular season? I don't know, but like they look like a different team right now.
Yeah, you'll have like Aaron Gordon like doing some voodoo, and then like Christian
Yeah, Aaron
Braun like
Gordon.
he's like partaking
Bro,
in
I
the
seen
voodoo, and then we've all seen the Aaron Gordon voodoo, bro. I still remember that game winner on us. I'll never forget that.
Yeah. Was it the one where he like did like the putback dunk at like 0.01 seconds left? Or
I
some
can
shit?
I can never get that image out of my head.
Traumatizing, bro. He traumatized me too, and we still beat them, bro.
You think that's a bigger threat than the Spurs? Just like to your path to the finals, or what?
Yeah, I think so. I think so.
Hmm.
I think like I think a lot of the problem is like a lot of the time like in the matchups that the Thunder had with the Spurs, like basically like when that was like when Wemby had like his injury shit. So Wemby was like coming off the bench, and like the way that the Thunder played their rotations, they like I think Hartenstein was also hurt for most of them, but they also like never matched like Chet and Hartenstein with like Wemby on the court. So pretty much like Chet and Hart would go to the bench, and then Wemby will come in, and it's like, bro, it's like Wemby versus like Jay Will. Like, what the fuck is gonna happen? Like, so I'm like, bro, like this is just not like realistic to what it'll actually be like in the playoffs and shit. But I don't know. They're still pretty scary though. Like I would definitely, I think I would lean Denver, but like I'm like still kind of scared of the Spurs as well. I would put them like maybe like a half a step below Denver. Definitely third though in that list.
Damn, no
And-
Rockets Lakers mention.
Ain't worried about them.
Yeah, they'll take themselves out. Like honestly,
Honestly, they should just.
And then-
I would love for them to face each other first round. I don't think it's possible, really, but that'd be great.
especially with the KD files being leaked and shit.
The
bro.
KD
no
files.
Way that team,
Yeah.
no way that. team
Damn, I'm
going to
tight. We didn't
NBA.
get to break that news, but that was.
Bro, that should have been an emergency podcast.
Wee
bro.
woo, wee woo. It's all good, bro. He'll probably leak some more later. He's leaky.
Whoa.
Alright. Yeah, I think we gotta end it there after that.
Yeah, on that note, we're gonna take a long time out. Next time, probably see you guys right before the playoffs.
Yeah, playoff preview is probably next. I don't know what could happen in between then and there.
Yeah,
Unless if some KD files thing happen again though, but we hopping on.
We're hitting the
It's
red
emergency.
button. We're on that.
We can go through that. Maybe if like we're bored, we'll just do an off-season podcast where we go through that website and just
Oh
read
yeah,
each of
we
them.
could just do
And
like a
react
little, we
to
could just do like a little segment type beat.
Yeah, I'm down.
Yeah.
Fans, let us know in the comments if you want to see that. Our 8 subscribers.
Thanks for listening,
All right, guys.
See you guys next time.
See you guys next
Peace, y'all.
time. Bye bye.
Peace.